The Hunter's Moon, Supermoon, time to align with your life's purpose and pursue it with passion, courage, and instinct. Hello, beautiful people. Life can be a challenge, but at least we have each other. Yes, this full moon in Aries energy begins on October 17th. So in the first part of this video, I'm gonna go over the 3 things that everyone should know about this full moon. Then I will go over how it will affect your individual sign. Okay, no more wasting time. Let's go. The full moon in Aries takes place on Thursday, October 17th at 11:26 a.m. Universal Time, which will be 4:26 a.m. Pacific Time, 7:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and for those of you that live in the Southern Hemisphere, this will be at 9:26 p.m. in Sydney, Australia, and 1:26 p.m. in Johannesburg, South Africa. So let's jump right into the 3 things that you need to know in order to make the most of this energetic opening. Number 1. This full moon will bring the powerful energy of the number 8 and the magical tarot energy of the Emperor card. Because the full moon takes place on the 17th, it brings the opportunity for you to harness the power of the number 8. The number 8 in numerology signifies abundance, power, and material success. It resembles the infinity symbol representing the eternal balance between the material and the spiritual realm. Now, if you are seeing the number 8 often leading up to, during, and for the 2 weeks following the full moon, this is a message to you that you are in a phase where you can manifest your desires into reality as long as you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your higher purpose. This will ensure that you are manifesting from a place of balance and integrity. Now, the number 8 is also connected to the law of karma, the principle of cause and effect, reminding you that every thought that you have, every action you take, every decision that you make, that is what shapes your reality. So bring awareness to your thoughts and your actions and be intentional in your decision making, and you will discover just how capable and powerful you are when it comes to living the life that you envision for yourself. Now, the energy of Aries is connected to the Emperor card, and the Emperor card represents authority, structure, and leadership. So the most effective way for you to use the energy of this full moon in Aries is by stepping into your power. This card is reminding you that you are in control of your path. And remember, this full moon is taking place during Libra season. So this Emperor card is reminding you to take a balanced approach to leadership where you lead, but not only with strength and assertiveness, you also will be leading with wisdom and compassion. That balance will be the key to success. Number 2, this full moon in Aries will be forming a challenging aspect with Mars in Cancer, a positive aspect with Jupiter in Gemini, and a challenging aspect with Pluto in Capricorn. The moon's relationship with Mars, the planet of ambition, desire, and passion, will absolutely give you the physical boost and motivation to go after your goals, but it will also lend to you having a short temper and being impulsive. So this is the theme of balance again, where it will be so important to be confident and to take action towards whatever goal you are pursuing. But while you are doing so, do not let reactivity take you off course and lead to bad decision making. You can act quickly and you can act confidently, but make sure to do so with an awareness and a clarity of intention that is coming from your higher mind. Now, the moon's relationship with Jupiter, the planet of good luck, expansion, growth, and prosperity, will lend to good fortune and heightened intuition. So this will be one of those full moons where good luck is on your side. Things are likely to work out for you. So if you've been working towards a goal consistently and confidently with the right consciousness, then you're likely to make some positive headway during this full moon energy, which is great news. And the moon's relationship with Pluto, the planet of transformation, destruction, and renewal, this can lead to deep-rooted feelings coming to the surface. And this can be very positive if you process the emotions in the healthiest, most effective way possible. But things can easily go left if you let your emotions dictate your behavior, or if you let your mind take you down the path of painful past experiences that you cannot change, that you've already learned your lesson from, or if you let it take you down the path of unsubstantiated narratives. So with all of these planetary aspects, awareness, presence, and intention are key. This can be a major time of healing, of enlightenment, and of bringing your dreams into reality, but you have to make sure that you stay at the forefront of your actions and of how you choose to process any given circumstances that come up. Number 3, this full moon in Aries is a hunter's moon, supermoon, symbolizing a time for you to reflect on your achievements and harvest the lessons learned over the past 12 months, while using a greater self-awareness to focus on who you have become at this point in your life. It is a time to allow the death and release of who you were in order to courageously step into the version of yourself that takes action, grounded in the clarity brought on from your experiences. Aries is the warrior of the Zodiac, so this full moon marks the point where you stop overthinking and you take action with confidence. It's time for you to fight for the ultimate cause, yourself, because changing the world around you begins within. Now let's find out what this full moon means for your individual sign. Okay, my powerful Aries, this full moon energy is going to be in your first house. So Aries, this is your time. This is the energetic opening for you where you can truly make the biggest change of the year, resulting in a complete upgrade in your life. You are the sign of self, and your energy rules the first house, and because of this, this is the most significant full moon of the year for you. So if there has been a lingering issue, either within a relationship or professionally, or when it comes to your health and well-being, and you know what the solution is, but you have had a hard time implementing the solution, or even if you've been unsure about what the solution exactly is, this is absolutely the time to sit down with yourself, take a long, hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, what part are you playing, not only in possibly creating this situation, but what part are you playing when it comes to fueling the situation to continue? Now, the thing is, if you want something to diminish, you have to starve it. And starving something means giving it no more energy. And I'm not saying if you're in a relationship and there's a problem that you should just stop giving the relationship energy. But I am saying that if you identify the behavior or the way of thinking that fuels the root issue, and then you implement a new behavior and a new way of thinking that leads to resolution and further connection, well, that is where the major shift can take place, and the relationship can become a source of fulfillment and support and excitement as opposed to a source of uncertainty or stress. Now, there are those situations where there is no light at the end of the tunnel because a relationship involves two people. So if the other party is not on board with finding a solution and taking responsibility for their part and resolving the issue, well, in that sort of situation, the answer may be that the relationship has run its course. And when it comes to you and your life situation, it will mean no longer giving that relationship energy. So that way you can make space for the connection that will be more in alignment with who you are when you're at your best, Aries. Now, this same formula will apply when it comes to a work issue or even achieving a personal goal like getting into better shape or taking better care of yourself more effectively. Starve the problem by no longer giving energy to what fuels the problem and instead feed the thought patterns and the belief systems that lead to the behaviors that support you achieving your goals. Now, this is your time, Aries, to love yourself enough to assess your life situation, identify where it is that you want to see change, and then make the necessary adjustments accordingly. You will be guaranteed to see a major shift in your life, and a positive shift resulting in deeper peace for yourself, deeper fulfillment, and just overall more excitement about life. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Aries. Okay, my powerful Taurus, this full moon energy is going to be in your 12th house. So Taurus, this is going to be a deeply spiritual and meaningful full moon for you. You tend to analyze things. You are on a constant search for understanding, for the truth, for the answers to life's questions. Well, this full moon being in Aries, which is the sign of self, and being in the 12th house, this is a unique opportunity for you to gain some serious insight into who you are at this point in your life, into what it is that you truly desire and what's good for you and what isn't. This full moon will reveal to you what is in your life that is uplifting you and what is in your life that is bringing you down. If you are in a romantic relationship right now and you are uncertain if this person is the right person for you, be ready to gain clarity, resulting in a definitive answer to that question, Taurus. If you've been wanting to manifest love in your life, this will be a time where you will gain insight into what it is that you can do in terms of the perspective that you have and in terms of certain changes in behavior and goals that can lead to you increasing the likelihood of you bringing that relationship that you desire into your life. Remember, this full moon does take place on the 17th, which will bring the manifesting energy of the number 8. And sometimes one of the biggest steps when it comes to manifesting is understanding what you might be missing, understanding what may be in the way, and blocking you from connecting in terms of connecting to that feeling of what it would be like to be in that fulfilling relationship that you desire. And being able to feel that is so important when it comes to manifesting. Be ready for your intuition to be heightened, and also be ready to receive signs and information from the universe through dreams or through the people that you encounter during this time, Taurus. So see this full moon as an opportunity for you to deeply connect to the spirit realm, Taurus. This will be a time less about manifesting into reality your dreams in terms of instantaneously doing so, and more about manifesting the answers that you have been seeking in terms of what you might need to release and what would benefit you to now implement into your life in order to bring the vision that you have for yourself into reality. So this is the full moon of information, the information that will lead to the success of you manifesting your desires when the full moon in Taurus comes along. So a great plan for you during this full moon is to write down your desires. Then leading up to, during, and for the 2 weeks following this full moon in Aries, meditate, journal, allow yourself some downtime so that way you can absorb the information of what steps to take to achieve those goals. Then start to put those steps into action, especially when the new moon in Scorpio comes along. That way, by the time the full moon in Taurus, which will be in your first house, comes along, during Scorpio season, you will give yourself the highest probability of bringing that vision that you have for yourself into reality. This can be the start of a major shift for you, Taurus, in the most positive way possible. So do your part by being open, by being honest with yourself, and by being consistent, and you will surely manifest what you desire into reality. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Taurus. Okay, my powerful Geminis, this full moon energy is going to be in your 11th house. So this full moon, Gemini, is setting you up for some serious excitement because this full moon is in the sign of Self, Aries, and it is in your 11th house, which is the house of dreams coming true. And because it takes place on the 17th, which brings the vibration of the number 8, the strongest manifesting number that there is, with all of this energy coming your way, you are set up to make some major headway when it comes to whatever goals you have been striving for, Gemini. And these can be career goals, personal goals, and goals when it comes to romance, whatever it is that you genuinely desire and that you have been working towards, it is highly likely that you will make some major headway when it comes to bringing the vision that you have for yourself into reality. Now, it will be important to understand that in order to play your part, you have to be clear on what it is that you do want. And it will be necessary for you to bring awareness to your thoughts and your words, making sure that your thoughts and words do not undermine your desires. Only speak about what it is that you want, not about what you don't want. Only speak of solutions and how to make things happen. Do not use your words to speak about how something won't happen or to get distracted by potential obstacles. It will also be helpful to know that because this full moon is in your 11th house, it will become very apparent to you that the people you have in your life, either friendship-wise or romantically, it will become very apparent that the energy of these people have a major effect on your energy. So this full moon will bring up the circumstances that will make it clear to you who is good for you and who is not. And it will be important that you love yourself enough to make decisions accordingly, meaning be very intentional about who you continue to surround yourself with and what relationships you decide to give energy to. The exciting thing is the 11th house also indicates that you may meet someone new or deepen an already existing relationship, and this person is likely to play an instrumental role in assisting you when it comes to bringing your dreams into reality. So Gemini, overall this full moon for you is not heavy or overly emotional. It is more of a culmination of positive energy that indicates advancement and forward movement when it comes to bringing your dreams into reality. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Gemini. Okay, my powerful Cancerians, this full moon energy is going to be in your 10th house. So the full moon is right on time for those of you that are looking to make major headway when it comes to your professional world and how you make money. Now this is coming during Libra season, and Libra energy is in your 4th house. So this has been a bit of a hibernation phase for you Cancers out there, but you probably are feeling the energy of expression and motivation starting to brew when it comes to you going after your dreams and bringing the vision that you have for yourself into reality. So just know that this full moon in Aries taking place on the 17th does have strong manifesting energy because it is bringing the energy of the number 8. So what this means for you is that this is the perfect time to start putting energy towards your goals, especially when it comes to your professional goals. Now, for those of you that are content creators, this could be a good time to start posting because the 10th house, along with the energy of the number 8, brings a positive influence to how you are viewed by the public. So This could result in an uptick in your following or just your overall engagement. Being that this still is Libra season, this can also be a time of planning for you, Cancer. You can take this motivation and momentum and sit down and then write down your goals. And when doing so, set long-term goals, set monthly goals, and then daily goals. And when I say long-term goals, I mean from now until spring of next year, because that will be the end of this astrological year. This way you know what you are meant to accomplish each day, and this way, by achieving these daily goals, you will be giving energy to achieving your monthly goals and then your overall goal. Remember, the 10th house is ruled by Capricorn. And the reason Capricorns are so synonymous with success in the professional realm is because they are not only persistent, but they are consistent, and they do things in a step-by-step way. So leading up to the full moon, this can be the time for planning and then setting the full moon as a turning point where you say goodbye to the nesting phase and you start slowly but surely putting your plan into action by achieving your daily goals. And by the time Scorpio season comes around, you will be in the flow and ready to capitalize on the very positive energy that Scorpio season will be bringing your way. Now, Aries is a very fiery energy as well, and it is a cardinal energy, so the aspect that it forms with Cancer can bring about some conflicts in your relationships. So prepare yourself for this Aries energy. It might be great for your professional world, but when it comes to your world of romance, it can cause some conflict and flare-ups. But if you're prepared, you will not give into reactive behavior, and you will save yourself from being distracted by drama, and instead you will stay on track and you will be on your path to success. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Cancers. Okay, my powerful Leos, this full moon energy is going to be in your 9th house. So you are in luck, Leo, and by that I mean you are going to have a surge of good luck during this time. Not only is the 9th house ruled by Sagittarius, which is pretty much the luckiest energy in the zodiac, but this full moon is taking place on the 17th, which will be bringing the powerful manifesting energy of the number 8. So if you've been working towards a specific goal, or if you have been waiting or wanting to take a risk on something, Leo, now is the time to really go for it. The time period leading up to this full moon, during the full moon, and for the 2 weeks following the full moon, when this full moon energy will still be going, it's an excellent time for you overall. Not to mention, Libra energy works really well with your chart, so you truly have an astrological lineup that is working in your favor. If you by chance happen to be traveling during this full moon energy, then this is even more increased in terms of your likelihood for good fortune. This also indicates a connection with someone from a different culture or a different background than you, in terms of them having a strong influence on you bringing your dreams into reality. And if there isn't anything in particular that you are trying to manifest right now, this could mean that this interaction with this person, with this individual, just may be representing good times, which is something that we all could use right now. If by chance you have been feeling stuck and wondering what your next steps should be in terms of life direction, this full moon in Aries is also a time where you will start to have more clarity of direction and confidence, which is always good news as well. You will also feel a surge of desire for more knowledge. So this could be a great time to take a new course or read a spiritual book, because your ability to take in, understand, and absorb information will also be heightened. Overall, Leo, this is a full moon that not only brings opportunities for excitement and manifesting, but more than anything, it opens up the door to a deeper understanding of your life and the role that you play in it, which is right on time as we continue into the second half of this astrological year. So take this boost and keep the momentum going, because 2025 is right around the corner. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Leo. Okay, my powerful Virgos, this full moon energy is going to be in your 8th house. So Virgos, I know you already tend to overanalyze things, so I want to warn you that this 8th house energy will lend to you being even more analytical than usual and slightly obsessive with your thoughts. So the key to counterbalancing this energy is to stay in the present moment. Do not waste 1 second of your precious time thinking about something from the past that you can't do anything about. And absolutely do not waste 1 single precious second of your time worrying about what's in the future. This full moon takes place on the 17th, so focus on what it is that you want to manifest. First, establish what it is that you want. Don't think about if it's probable. Don't think about what might get in the way. Don't think about why it may not have happened in the past. Just think about what you want. Then follow these 3 manifesting steps. Number 1, imagine your desire as already fulfilled with vivid detail and feeling the emotions of having it right now. Step 2 will be assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and persist in that state. And then step 3, your external reality will conform to your inner belief and feeling. The 8th house brings a strong connection to the spirit realm, so don't waste that connection on worry or emotional reactivity. Instead, focus your feelings on the excitement brought on by imagining what living in your dreams realized feels like. And those steps to manifesting I got from the teaching of Neville Goddard, so if you ever want to read his books, they are fantastic when it comes to understanding how to manifest. A good example is if you want to manifest your dream job, imagine yourself in that job. The scene of what you are wearing and what's happening around you, and then continue in your imagination with that scene and allow yourself to feel deeply the positive emotions that you experience in that environment. This will connect you to your subconscious, and the outer world will find a way to reflect that inner reality back to you. This 8th house is also excellent for establishing any habit that you want to let go of and replace with a new, more productive behavior. Any commitment that you make during an 8th house full moon has the highest likelihood of sticking. And speaking of commitment, if you are in a romantic relationship, you guys know I always have to talk about relationships at some point. If you're in a romantic relationship, and if you've been dating someone for a while, this full moon may bring on the desire of deepening the connection and taking it to the next level. So be ready for this surge of emotion. So overall, Virgo, this is likely to be an intense but very positive full moon for you. Just make sure that you harness this energy by focusing your mind and your emotions on the things that uplift you and the things that you desire. This way you can really start to gain a strong momentum as we go even deeper into the second half of the astrological year. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Virgo. Okay, my powerful Libras, this full moon energy is going to be in your 7th house. Okay, Libra, you are the sign of relationships, and as much as you find yourself sometimes cringing at the idea of dealing with a relationship if you're single, this full moon is really bringing some relationship vibes your way. So if you are single, be ready for some romantic energy to be stirring. Now, if you're already in a relationship, this indicates that this could be an amazing time for the two of you to deepen your connection, or if there has been a lingering, unresolved conflict, this is a great time for the two of you to talk things out with a high likelihood of resolution. Now, I know we are in Libra season right now, and this is the time where you are meant to be focusing on you. However, your relationships are extremely important, and this doesn't have to apply to romantic relationships. When I say relationships are extremely important for a Libra, I just mean that because you are the sign of balance, you actually do much better when you have someone to talk things out with, when you have shared experiences and someone to bounce ideas off of. And this could be a close friend or even a family member, but the point is, Libra, even though sometimes you do not feel social, you should not isolate yourself. So single or not, this full moon is an excellent time to get out and be social, plan something with friends, plan a date night if you're in a relationship. This full moon is bringing the energy of the number 8 as well, which indicates manifesting. So if you have any desire to manifest something within a current relationship, or if you have the desire to manifest a relationship altogether, if you're single, just know this full moon in Aries, the hunter's super moon, is a fantastic energy to do so. Now, if there is a conflict that comes up in a relationship, just know that the theme of the hunter's moon will bring the idea that the solution is going to come from lessons that you've learned from previous experiences. Resolution will come from making sure that you do not go back to old behaviors and approach whatever conflict you encounter from a place of compassion and understanding and solution-oriented communication, while implementing the lessons that you have learned in your life up until this point. And if you do that, you'll be golden, Libra. So I hope you're having a fantastic Libra season, and happy birthday to all you Libras out there. And I hope you embrace this energetic opening and have a fantastic full moon. Okay, my powerful Scorpios, this full moon energy is going to be in your 6th house. So Scorpios, the 6th house is ruled by Virgo. So during this full moon energy, you may find that you feel more stressed out than usual. You may find that it is harder to get over things, and that you might take things a bit more personally than you usually do. The good news is, being aware of this really puts you ahead of the game, and instead of giving into the thoughts that lead to stress, you will take a deep breath and remind yourself of just how capable you are, and that by taking things one step at a time and focusing on solutions and not problems, you can absolutely turn this energy around. Now, the 6th house does bring energy to your world of work, and the fact that it is taking place on the 17th increases the likelihood of you manifesting a goal or a desire that's related to work into reality. Now, the Emperor card indicates for you that you might need to step up and take a leadership role at work, or if something about your job changes in a way that you are unhappy with or that is unexpected, this indicates that it's time for you to have the confidence in yourself to establish what it is that you do want, and then take the leadership role in your own life when it comes to bringing the vision that you have for yourself into reality. Now, the 6th house also relates to pets. So this could mean that you may decide to get a new pet, or if you already have a pet, there may be something that you need to tend to regarding the pet. So you might want to keep that in mind. And the 6th house also relates to your health, Scorpio. So if you've been sick lately, or if you've had some sort of ailment and you've been working to overcome this, you may find that things improve during this time, which is fantastic. However, if you have been ignoring your health and not taking care of yourself and letting stress overcome you in your life, this could very well be the time where some health-related issue comes up that you need to tend to. And just know that if this is the case and something does come up, then this is a major sign that you need to start taking better care of yourself, Scorpio. And this is likely because you might be, like I said earlier, allowing too much stress to overwhelm you in your life. That's why this could be an excellent full moon to sit down with yourself and come up with a master schedule for yourself in terms of what you do on a daily basis to, of course, tend to your responsibilities, but more importantly, to tend to your wellness and your overall health and well-being by making sure that you schedule workouts into your daily life and meditation sessions, and making sure that you eat healthy and that you get enough sleep. This is the time of year to get these things in order so you can really thrive during the second half of the astrological years, as opposed to getting distracted by stressors or health issues. So overall, Scorpios, this is your time to take a deep breath and diminish the stress in your life by establishing a healthy, productive, and effective schedule for yourself. This will result in a surge of confidence and a feeling of peace, and this will result in you being even more effective when it comes to manifesting your dreams into reality. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Scorpio. Okay, my powerful Sagittarians, this full moon energy is going to be in your 5th house. So Sagittarius, feel free to be very excited about this full moon. Now, some of you I know watch these videos from the perspective of your moon sign. So if you have Sagittarius moon, don't be excited. Instead, be warned, because you, during this full moon energy, it's going to be a very emotional full moon in terms of you being very close to the ignition point of anger if you get triggered. So keep your awareness heightened and do not give into your reactive nature if your moon sign is Sagittarius. But for those of you that are watching from the perspective of your rising sign or your sun sign, be excited, because this 5th house energy not only brings good luck, but it also brings a heightened probability of overall enjoyment. And if you've been working towards a specific goal, given this 8 energy brought on by the full moon taking place on the 17th, you are likely to make some major headway when it comes to bringing the vision that you have for yourself into reality. Now, this is especially true for those of you that have been working on a creative project, and for those of you that have been working to manifest a romantic relationship. Now, these 2 areas of your life are going to be highly affected by this full moon energy. And remember the formula for manifesting. This way you can be on top of things as we approach the full moon and during the full moon and for the 2 weeks after. The formula for manifesting is imagining your desire as already fulfilled with vivid detail and feeling the emotions of having it now. Then assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and then persist in that state. And then step 3 will be your external reality conforming to your inner belief and feeling. And just know I got that manifesting formula. That's the one that I use based on my studies of Neville Goddard and his teachings. So if you ever want to read any books about manifesting, he has a ton of them and they're all fantastic. And as a Sagittarius, you are one of the most capable manifestors, you along with Pisces, because when it comes to envisioning a desire and feeling it as though it is already taking place, you naturally have the connection, especially if you don't have any other signs in your big 3 that undermine that energy. So just know, Sagittarius, that leading up to, during, and for the 2 weeks following the full moon energy, this is a major manifesting opening for you. So if there is anything that you've been wondering about in terms of taking action or in terms of taking certain risks, now is a great time to just go for it and do so, because there's a high likelihood of success. This is also a time where if you are in a relationship or marriage and the 2 of you have been working towards having a child, there's a heightened likelihood of success when it comes to conceiving, which is very exciting. So overall, Sagittarius, you can really look forward to this full moon in Aries. It's sure to bring you positive energy, positive outcomes, and excitement. And remember, for those of you that do watch this from the perspective of your moon sign, this can also be a very positive full moon for you, but you just have to make sure to keep your awareness heightened. And if you do get triggered emotionally, do not give into being reactive. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Sagittarius. Okay, my powerful Capricorns, this full moon energy is going to be in your 4th house. So Capricorn, this full moon indicates that you will be manifesting a goal that relates to your family, or you may find that a situation comes up that will bring information to light, or an unresolved situation to a head when it comes to a family member or a subject regarding your family. So when it comes to the manifesting possibility, this could mean that you have been working towards maybe buying a new home, or finding a new place to live, or upgrading your living situation in some way. And leading up to, during, and for the 2 weeks following the full moon, you may achieve the goal that you have been pursuing in this area and bring the vision that you have for your living situation into reality. Now, this could also relate to your inner home, meaning you may have been feeling off balance a bit lately, and you've been wanting to get back into or even start a daily practice of meditating or working out or reading a spiritual book of some sort with the intention of tending to your inner home, which will result in a stronger sense of foundation and balance. So just know, if you have been feeling this way, this full moon in Aries is the perfect time to tend to this part of your life, which will give you the perfect reboot as we get deeper into the second half of the astrological year. Now, when it comes to potentially experiencing a conflict with a family member, this could just mean that there may be a lingering situation that needs to be resolved, and this is the time to resolve it. So just know that if something does come up, ignoring the situation and not giving it energy is the wrong way to go during this time. Sometimes it is the right way to go, just not giving something energy and ignoring it. But this is a time to actually confront it. This will actually be the perfect time to address the situation with the highest likelihood of a positive outcome. Libra season is in your 10th house, and the supermoon is in your 4th house. So this is that time of year to tend to the outer world, inner world balance for you, Capricorn, a time to make sure that you spend an equal amount of energy when it comes to your career and your practical responsibilities. You spend an equal amount of time pursuing those goals and achieving those goals as you do to your personal relationships and domestic responsibilities. And when I say domestic responsibilities, this refers to your physical home where you live and where your family is, as well as your spiritual home, what's going on inside. So use this full moon to resolve an issue within your personal relationships. Use this full moon to make sure you are taking care of yourself and feeding your spiritual well-being and staying on top of your spiritual practices. That way, as we do go deeper into the second half of this astrological year, you will be moving forward with a strong foundation and a sense of inner strength, which will lead you to maximizing your manifesting abilities, which is always exciting. So embrace this energetic opening, and happy full moon, Capricorn. Okay, my powerful Aquarians, this full moon energy is going to be in your 3rd house. So for you, this is going to be about applying the lessons that you have learned in your life throughout this year, especially when it comes to how you communicate. As an air sign, you have a very strong intellect, and you are very capable of problem solving, and you are very capable when it comes to coming up with strategies and coming up with the most effective way to get things that you desire. However, it is very important to make sure that you are using your skills for communication in the most effective way possible. And by this, what I mean is, when you are collaborating with someone, or if you're in a relationship, it is important to make sure that you are not making decisions that will affect the other party without including them in on the conversation or the discussion when it comes to finalizing that decision. Many times, because you do have great ideas, and because you can be a bit impatient, and because you really trust your judgment, you will move forward with what you think is best without talking it through with the other parties involved. So don't be surprised if leading up to this full moon, on the day of and for the 2 weeks following the full moon, if you find yourself in a situation where you have the opportunity to share necessary information, and if you take that opportunity to share the information effectively and specifically with transparency, the outcome to that situation will be favorable. However, if you decide to withhold certain information, or if you decide to frame the information in a way that doesn't divulge certain specifics without sharing the full picture, well, you may be setting yourself up to face some unnecessary conflict. So use this third house, full moon energy in Aries, to check in with yourself when it comes to how you communicate, when it comes to the relationships in your life. And this can be any sort of relationship. And know that by having the intention of communicating more effectively during this full moon and moving forward, you will be setting yourself up to have a surge of momentum when it comes to manifesting your dreams into reality. And also know that if you do not take this opportunity to communicate more effectively and instead you use your powers of intellect to manipulate a situation, you may find yourself moving in the opposite direction of your goals. So overall, Aquarius, this is an excellent time to do your part when it comes to using the power of this full moon and the manifesting energy of the number 8 and the leadership energy of the Emperor card to bring your dreams into reality. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Aquarius. Okay, my powerful Pisces, this full moon energy is going to be in your second house. So Pisces, this full moon takes place on the 17th. So as I said in the 3 things everyone needs to know portion of this video, this full moon is bringing a major manifesting opportunity. And the formula that I use when it comes to manifesting is from Neville Goddard's teaching. So if you ever want to read a few of his books or any of his books on manifesting, they're fantastic. But the 3 steps that I know work when it comes to manifesting that I believe are the best 3 steps to know are: step 1, imagining your desire as already fulfilled with vivid detail and feeling the emotions of having it now. Step 2 is assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and then persist in that state. And then step 3, your external reality will conform to your inner belief and feeling. Now, your Pisces energy has absolutely no problem imagining your desire vividly and with feeling. But in order to do this, you have to be clear on what it is that your desire even is. You have to know what you truly want, what truly matters to you, and what your priorities are. And the second house, full moon energy, is the perfect energy for you to establish your priorities, Pisces. You are very capable, but you can definitely get distracted and off course at times, either due to emotional distractions brought on by frustrations in relationships, or what is going on in your life situation with work or whatever, or you can also be distracted by pleasurable escapes, which I have no judgment for at all. We all need a mental and emotional vacation at times, but not at the expense of what really matters to you. So it will benefit you greatly if you use this energy, the energy of this full moon, to establish what your priorities are. Be very clear on what you want and what matters to you. This way you can identify what supports these desires. That way you can give your energy to the things that support these desires, and you can identify what undermines your desires. This way you can give less energy to those things or do away with them altogether. The second house is also a time for you to check in with your self-worth. In order to believe something will happen in your life, and in order to feel like it already exists in your life, you have to feel worthy of it. So ask yourself, are you treating yourself with the love and respect that you deserve? Remember, the universe will reflect to you on the outside what is taking place on the inside. So overall, Pisces, this is going to be an exciting full moon that can result in you bringing into the physical world what you so clearly feel and desire from the spiritual realm. So embrace this energetic opening and happy full moon, Pisces. Okay, so there you have it. The top 3 things you need to know about this Hunter's supermoon in Aries, along with some insight into how your sign can make the most of this energetic opening. I hope you all enjoyed the information. If you did, please don't forget the baby tap. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.